Hey guys, what's up? Dave Rodriguez here, one of the head traders inside the Cryptocurrency Alliance community. I want to thank you guys for showing up again today for the Bitcoin Breakdown series. Today, guys, we're going to change things up a little. We're going to spice things up. We're going to make things a little bit more exciting for you guys to come back every single day. Those of you who like the video every day and watch it, we want to give you guys a high five. I want to thank you guys for showing up every day, watching the free value, and being a part of our video series and hopefully our community inside the Cryptocurrency Alliance. So with that said, I want to start by saying these videos, guys, they're very educational. They're totally free for you guys. What we're going to be doing is breaking down Bitcoin mostly so you guys can see what the major player in the market is doing. Bitcoin dominance is up to 48.3% today, something we kind of cover all the time. It's been rising over the last few weeks. A lot of people are putting their money into what they think is the safest coin, which is Bitcoin. A lot of people are running for Tether to get out of the market. That's when you see those price drops. So we're going to be going over a lot of this different stuff. We're going to go into a lot of education, a lot of technical analysis, and also the fundamental end of the market. Now, I'm not an expert in fundamentals, but I am really good at researching. So I'm going to be going over a lot of the stuff that I look at, a lot of the channels that I watch, or a lot of the mentors that I have. I gather information just like you. Trading's about gathering information and making an educated decision as to where you think the market's going next. So what we're here for is to provide you guys those tools. I myself have mentors in many different channels that I watch, many different places that I go for information. This should be one of your main channels, guys, because I do a lot of the work. I bring all the work to you guys. I give you my insights because I am a technical analysis expert, and these are the things that I can bring to you guys. So over the next couple of months, we're going to be bringing you guys live trades. We're going to trade live on Binance and Bittrex and the real markets. We're going to show you guys how we make money and the trades that we take every day besides just Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is king, we want to show you guys what we're really doing. Bitcoin controls most of the market. Where Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market tends to follow. But we want to show you guys where we're making the real money because it's not on Bitcoin. It's in the altcoin season. When that's ready to hit, we're going to be jumping from unpumped coin to unpumped coin, from low volume coins to low volume coins. We're going to be doing a lot of that stuff on the bottom of these charts. And I don't trade a lot of those top 10 coins, guys. They're great for long-term investments, but as for that really big bang for your buck, I like to stay lower on the charts, farther down coin market cap. So for those of you who haven't been here before, those of you that are brand new, we got a lot in store for you guys. We're so excited about the free value that we're able to give you. Those of you who are pros or guys, you've been in the game 6 months, 3 months, whatever, a year, we got a lot of insight. We got a lot of different trades that we do and a lot of different ways that we look at the market. So you got another set of eyes with us. Maybe you're looking for confirmation on the trade you're taking. Maybe you're looking for a set of eyes or just a different way of looking at the trade because you're just not too sure what to do. We can provide that for you. Hopefully on one of these videos every day you learn something, or you can maybe teach us something. There's a comment section below. We want you guys to leave your comments and let us know what you think, what you saw, and what we missed. So for those of you who stayed to the end of this video, we got a couple of gifts to give you guys. We got a couple of an ebook, a training series, a bunch of exciting value we put together for you guys. We spent a lot of time on it. It's a must-read for anybody trying to make money inside the crypto markets. So for those of you who stay to the very end, are all going to be able to receive all of this free value brought to you by the Cryptocurrency Alliance. So I'm going to see you guys on the inside of the charts, and we'll see what's going on with Bitcoin. Let's do it. Okay, guys, here comes the Bitcoin breakdown brought to you again by the Cryptocurrency Alliance. Here we go, guys. As we spoke about the other day, this trend line has been very powerful. This trend line has been very valid for a long time, all the way back to November. So let me straighten this thing out real quick. So as you can see, it's very valid, and this thing has mattered a lot over the last few months. So we are now at this point that we drew in on another chart, though. We drew this on another chart. All the way right here. When we were right here days and days and days ago, we called this area being hit the next week or so. Okay? The MAs were broken. We are now below both MAs. We have not closed this one below, but as you can see right here, the red ends below the 18 MA, which means we have now broken to the downside of both MAs. We have both MAs pointing down and coming together, which means they're probably going to cross in this area. This is the area we are watching because this is the trend line that's been so powerful. Even on the weekly, it makes perfect sense on the weekly, which is even more powerful. See, This trend line's been active for a very long time. So we go back to the daily, and we keep watching. Supports have not been holding. The Bitcoin support lines have been getting broken. The previous supports, the lows, but they're being broken. They've been being retested. Support's not holding. Lower retests are likely. You know, right in here, when this candle started, we had a little test down and a push back up. And then this candle here, let me kind of zoom in for you. We had a second kind of retrace to the MA. A second attempt down here to go back to the top MA. We had like a squeeze bounce right here, which squeezed price upwards. It made it to about 7,700. The bulls were not very active. They did not show much strength. The bears and the selling continued, which pushed this candle right back down after its previous spike back up to 7,800, being pushed back down to 74, 7,500. This has been showing as a huge supply zone, okay? A lot of buyers are in this area. Right here, a lot of buyers showed up and exploded the price. Right here, buyers showed up and pushed this thing back up. Couldn't get it quite back above the MAs, but we did push it right back up. Then we had a little retest of 7,700. A quick price squeeze bounce there, which didn't do much. Now, let me show you what I'm seeing now. We're going to show you guys some more tools and some more indicators and a little more things to show you how we look at the markets. Remember, this was never touched. This 200 MA, which is pushing this price down and holding it down. Now that we're pinpoint on this trend line, we're going to see what happens with these MAs and with this next 4-hour candle, or this next daily candle, rather. But on a higher note, I'm going to pull out a Fibonacci, something I use quite often. We're going to go from the low, to swing high. Okay? We've had a 1 bounce and rejection, a 2 bounce, and so far a rejection underneath the MAs, on to 38.2. The 38.2 is a major reversal zone, as well as 61.8. Now, if you notice, we spoke that 7,500 was the first retest area. If it did break below that, we're going to see more lows being tested at 6,800. Well, what do you know? We have confluence. We have a line here of support at 6,800. And we have the next line down being next level support, 6,800. And look what it lands on. I mean, pinpoint, 61.8, major reversal. Could we get the 61.8 bounce? Could we travel down to the 78.6 bounce? Those of you who know about Fibonacci, once we close down below this 78.6, we are going to continually fall and see that downside. If we don't and we bounce, we will go to the extension. So off the 38 or the 62, maybe even the 78.6, we could see a rise all the way to 9,200 coming in the next coming weeks. But if you notice, guys, I always said everything needs a retrace. And every time we see a mini bull run, it is no more than a retrace, a lower low or a lower high. And look what we have here, guys. Swing high, swing low. Swing high, a broken low, to create another low, a swing high that is lower than this high. So we've just created another higher low, which means we could very possibly, if these levels are broken, continue to fall to the downside and get another lower low over here. But I love the confluence here, guys. We can even maybe see if a trend line can line up somehow in here. And we could see sort of a possibility of maybe price coming here. We have a 1-2 touch. Could we get a third touch, guys? I mean, this is amazing that this is happening. Could we get a third touch and get all these confluences, the 61.8, the daily trend line bounce, and the next support at 6,800? So a lot of things to look at, a lot of things going on. I'm looking at some more downside. Downside is more likely than getting this bounce back to the upside off support. Bitcoin dominance, guys, is still going up. It's still rising. We've been talking about this every day. It's at 48.3%, while the rest of the market cap continues to slide, guys. I think the rest of the market cap were around 265 billion. We were just up to 290,300 the other day. This makes it very risky to trade the alts, guys. Look into Tether USD, not USDT. Do some research on Tether USD, and you can actually gain Bitcoin value when the rest of the market falls. So take a look into that. Also, those of you who are looking to get back into Bitcoin, those of you looking to buy Bitcoin or get back into Bitcoin, there is an opportunity. Even though we do see some potential downside, I think downside is more likely. You always have to take the possibility of upside coming into play. We found the previous low, the previous resistance that we broke through, and has now come support. We got 1, 2, 3 little attempts to break through. Actually, about 4 attempts to break through this area. If we do not break through this area, this will be a good entry point. This has shown to be a good supply zone. It's shown for a lot of buyers to show up here. So if this does happen, you guys can take this entry and maybe get some upside. But I would keep your stop loss right below these lows here. So you don't want much of a stop loss in this trade here. You know, you want to keep it right around in here and just keep a tight stop loss, nothing way down here. You know, if Bitcoin does spike down, you have a very little loss. You know, and you can move it tighter than that if you wanted to. You know, something like this. If you do spike down and get below that 38.2, you got a very tight stop loss. Could get a bounce off this MA to bounce back to the upside. But if you're looking for an entry on Bitcoin, this could be a possible here. Set your stop loss pretty tight and look for some upside bounce. Now, one thing we want to start doing, guys, is giving some information on some other tokens and some other coins that we are trading. Not only are we going to give information about them, but Cody Sperber and I have actually come up with the idea of live trading. So I'm going to load my account. I'm not sure how much I'm going to put in it first. I'm going to load my Binance account. I'm going to strictly trade off Binance, maybe some Bittrex as well. We're going to stay off the little exchanges and trade the majors. I'm going to trade live. I'm going to show you guys the trades I'm taking. I'm going to show you guys the profits I'm making in a down market, in an up market, in a sideways market. We will show you guys how we look at the markets and how we determine what trades we're going to take and which ones we really like. With that said, alts are really risky to trade right now because Bitcoin could bottom out. But while we're looking for opportunities, let's check this out. I really like EOS right now for 3 main reasons, okay? I love to use Fibonacci as like a third confluence, a third reason. We got a falling wedge here, okay? A descending wedge that has found support not only by this trend line, this daily trend line. Look, it's a 1, 2, 3 touch support. Okay, we've come down, broken through a lot of these highs, come down and found support on a 78.6, which is the final reversal for a Fibonacci pattern. We found a trend line, we found a 78.6, and we look like we're stopping, and this downwards descending triangle is actually done. So we've got 3 major points right here, guys. We've got 3 reasons to take this trade. All right here. That's 3 confluences, guys. Now, if it breaks down below, you know, take your stop loss, get out of the trade. Never hold this thing all the way down, guys. Holding is great if you're a long-term trader. If you're going to look at your trade once every 6 months, once every quarter, once every year, holding is great. Hold the trade, let it bounce back. You're going to lose some on a retrace before you get that major upside. But if you're day trading, set your stop losses nicely, set them about 9-10%, and then try to get some upside. I would love to see the 61.8 met next, right around the daily 200 MA. That's here on the daily chart. That would be a great position for me. I've already taken this trade. I'm already in this trade. There's another token over here. Another coin over here. As you can see, it's bottomed out. You know, I got a good bottom out right here. 1 big touch, exploded to the upside. 2 touch, 3 touch. We got 4 touches here. There's a very good chance this coin, this crypto, can take off to the upside and get some nice gains for us. If I get 10, 15, 20%, I'll be out of this trade. I don't love these coins. I just see opportunities where we've bottomed out. If I was to fall down in this area, I would get out of the trade and set my stop loss kind of tight and look for a nice bounce up to the 200 MA or the trend line. Another one, this is one of my favorite crypto. The second trade I ever took in crypto trading was IOTA. I love the Internet of Things application. I love everything IOTA does and stands for. It's a great working project. They've got remarkable partnerships. They got a lot going on. I'm not going to get too much into the fundamentals or the what the token actually does, but we've got another falling wedge. We've got some bottom out happening. We've got some previous support over here. It was resistance, broke through, became support. We found that area again, bounced off, found it again, bounced off. We can go zoom in just a little bit and see what's happening. As you can see, we found some consolidation here, guys. We found some accumulation in this area, and what I'm looking for is for it to break out of the top side here and head towards this MA. MAs are like magnets. Once I find support, I try to get price to go back to those areas. I'm not saying this is my take profit. I'm going to keep monitoring as it goes up, and I'm going to keep monitoring Bitcoin and the rest of the market to find out when is a good time to take my profits. I'm not a greedy trader, guys. If I get 10, 15, 20%, I am gone, especially on trades in this market. You don't want to hold forever. If you get a great entry way at the bottom, enter multiple times. That way you can jump out of a few of these trades in profit and turn around and still have 2 or 3 entries in for the long haul. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I said, we're going to spice things up. We're going to make things a lot more interesting. We're going to put some real trades up. We're going to show you guys my live portfolio. I have not decided how much I'm going to put in. Is it going to be a half a Bitcoin? Is it going to be a full Bitcoin? Come back tomorrow. Check us out. See how far we are along on getting ready to do it. We usually want to start things on a fresh week. I hope you guys enjoyed the trades that we did put out. I hope you guys profit. I know I'm going to. As long as Bitcoin does what we think it's going to do, we should be able to squeeze some short profits out of those trades that we showed. If not, we'll hit our stop losses and we will move on, because remember, guys, stop loss is what protects you from losing your account. We don't like to go more than 8 to 10% on a loss, and we love to lock in profits after we get to that 10 and keep trying to hit further up, the further up profit taking areas. So that's all I have for you today, guys. I'm your crypto coach, Dave Rodriguez. From everybody here at the Cryptocurrency Alliance, I will see you tomorrow on the next Bitcoin breakdown. Now, get out of my room.